Before you can start using Plane Ticket fully, you'll need to do 3 operations. Basically, these are 3 configuration operations. They should not take you too long. If you go in the Configuration tab, you'll need to respectively deal with the users, ticket categories, and then define which options you're going to be using in your site. So let's first manage users. As this is a free trial, you'll notice that you'll already have 1 user as defined, namely the administrator. And this is 1 user out of a total of 2. So you can add a new user. We'll name him test user, give him a username and a password, and keep the default role of agent. An agent in Plane Ticket can create tickets, manage tickets, and transfer tickets. He is really part of the problem-solving team. If we click on Add a New User, you'll see now that you have 2 users in the list of site users. So that's all you need really to take care of the users management. Eventually, you can change the user role to give him an administrator role or some other role like a user or a viewer. More details on this in the user guide. Now let's go to ticket categories. The ticket categories tab in the configuration menu corresponds to the actual tabs you're going to see in the list of open tickets. So now you see you've got 4 categories: sales, products, technical support, and emergencies. If you go back shortly to the list of open tickets, you'll see that these correspond to the tabs here. If you want to change this, all you have to do is rename this to suit your needs. See, for example, instead of sales, we're going to get sales leads. And since you don't really do technical support, we'll speak about on-site support. You can update the categories. And if you don't need the emergencies categories, at any time you can delete it by clicking on the X here. You can also define new categories at any point in time by simply putting a category name in the Add a New Ticket Category dialog box. Click on the Submit button. Now you see that the category has been added. And if you go back to the list of open tickets, you'll see in effect that now your tabs correspond to the categories you just defined. So you've completed 2 out of 3 configuration options. Okay, so now let's deal with the site options. To deal with site options, you have to go into the Configuration tab under the Site Options tab, and these are all regrouped under one page. Basically, the site is going to work very well even if you don't do anything on this page, but you might want to actually benefit from the email integration that comes with Plane Ticket. So in order, you can have Plane Ticket run either in English, French, or Spanish. You can redefine the site colors to suit your needs. There's a wide variety of date formats that is useful to display dates in different formats on the ticket viewing screen. You can also choose your time zone. And the next 4 features are quite essential to Plane Ticket. By default, they're all deactivated. Let's go through them one by one. Email notification for new tickets. If you activate this feature, like this, click on yes, then update site options. This will allow you to define an email address for a said associated with a said category. If you now go into ticket category, you'll see now that in categories there's a column for the category name, and then there's a new column that's been added that allows you to actually input an email address for each of your categories. So if I do it like this, for example, it means that every time a new ticket will be posted into the sales leads category. That person will get an email notification of a new ticket. Now, for the email notifications for new ticket messages, this has to do with the person who actually created one ticket. If I activate this feature, click on Update Site Options, go back to List of Open Tickets, go into the only tickets we've got. See, in the ticket description and information, the name of the person who has created the ticket is administrator, and here you have his email address. If I add a new message to this ticket, while the new message option is activated, and I confirm the message, this person, info@planeticket.ca, is going to get an email notification for this new message. That's what this option is for. Now on the third option, activate email for each category. Not to be confused with the first option. If I activate email for each category, this is again going to change the ticket categories page. Let's go there for a minute. Now you see that there's a third column which has been added. It's the column in the middle, which is called category email. So for each category you've got in Plainticket, there's an email address that has been created. For example, sales lead now has an email which is saleslead_pt@plainticket.ca. That means that whoever can send an email to that address can create ticket which will be automatically captured by the system. This makes it a very powerful feature, because for people who don't necessarily have access to the web application or to the user interface, it means that you can deal, and they can create ticket, they can respond to ticket, they can even add messages to existing ticket without even actually going into Plainticket. Finally, you get a fourth option, which is the notification by email on ticket transfer. If we activate this, and that's a simple one, it means that whenever a ticket is transferred from one person to another, say for example, if I change the owner of this ticket from administrator to our new test user and confirm operation, test user is going to get an email notification that he's been transferred this ticket. That quite sums up the site options for Plainticket.